Installing synthetic dread sets on really long natural hair can sometimes be problematic because your installation braids are almost as long as the dreads themselves. So in this video, I'm going to show you a way to shorten your natural hair braid and expose more of your dreaded style. For this style, you'll need everything that you would need for your standard installation. You'll need your dreads, you'll need clips for control, shears, elastic matrix thread, or rubber bands. So this can be done with either SEs or with DEs, which is single-ended dreads, or with double-ended dreads. I'm going to show you on a double. We're just going to part the hair, and this, I always part in the direction where I want my dreadlock to lay. So since I want it to come down next to the face, I'm going to put in my double-ended dread that way with my part angled in that direction. Before we start, I'm going to position the hair so that it is coming off of the center of the section so that we don't have the hair coming down this way. If you braid down, you're gonna have droopy dreads. So position your hair so that it's coming off the center of your section. And this is gonna be your 3 pieces to begin your 3-strand braid. So I have 1, 2, and 3. So I'm just gonna begin it like normal, but the way that we shuttle the hair is going to be a little bit different. Instead of continuing the 3-strand braid down, I'm going to take the piece that's coming down and go down and then straight around the hair. And then the top piece goes down and then shuttles around. That's really the only difference. There's not much difference between this and a 3-strand braid, but it's how you position the hair. So this piece just goes down and then gets shuttled around more like a wrap. So this piece goes down, gets shuttled around the backside like that. Down. So we're going to stop here, and since these are mostly wispies, they're not going to help us hold that with any stability. So we want to make sure that we tie them off first. So I'm going to use some elastic matrix thread, and I'm going to pinch a piece of that in with my wispy ends. I'm going to use the shorter end of the tail to pinch in here, take my longer length, and I'm going to wrap it around the end of my braid until I have about 6 or 7 passes, so I almost have like a little bit of a barrier built up. And that way I can kind of release everything and give it some slack without it kind of falling apart. So now I'm going to tie that once, twice before I go down. And then I'm going to switch to single knots. So just a single and just a single. Okay, so now I have 1 short piece and 1 long piece. So now I'm going to hold that shorter piece of thread in with her natural ends, and I'm going to use the longer piece to wrap around and bind those wispy ends down into my dread. If you have a more of a blunt haircut, you probably won't need to do this for very much length, but since she's incredibly tapered, this just helps kind of camouflage those ends so they're not sticking out all over the place, giving you a massive hair halo. Those never look quite right with dreads. Again, on the ends, I'm gonna knot it once, twice, pull, and then switch to singles. Once, okay, and from there, we're just going to cut away those ends. And there you have it. You have this incredibly tiny braid instead of extending it all the way down to about here. And now you will see more of your dreads and less of your braids.